So we're now back in Gold 5, ready for our King of Games climb, our first attempt with Cyber Dragons, the newest deck coming to Duel Links via the brand new mini box, and this deck you've been seeing on ladder so much today. It has been crazy. It's been 80% Cyber Dragons, 10% Heroes, 5% Galaxy, and then the rest is kind of Dragius 7th Road, for example. Especially given you've got 3 cards you don't see on turn 1, plus the tributes, you can see some really bad hands. Thankfully, this isn't awful. It gives us a solid kind of foundation. And I'm going to... Okay, you're on Udius playing normal skills, you're on Galaxy, meaning I don't really want to waste this Assault Dragon on turn 1. Because if you've got Galactic Oblivion, you can beat over. Going for Transam Klein, playing Universal Storm, going to be knocking out my Barrage Steel, that's fine. Trading a back removal is perfectly okay. In for Silver Seifert, so maybe you wouldn't have been able to beat over it. Okay, so hopefully he doesn't go for... Okay, good, you went for the wrong one. That's great. Now, show me some big fusion plays. We've not got that, but that is massive, right? Yeah, that's big. We'll flip Proto, summon Cyber Dragon, play the skill, go get fusion, send back one of these, right? We can then make a Cyber and Dragon or Cyber Twin Dragon. I think go Cyber Twin plus the Cyber Assault, right? That is what we do. So let's play Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll then play the effect of the Assault Cannon, just to go and, weaken the body a bit, that's fine. Go and play our Cyber Dragon. Now, this is going to give us access to the skill. Activate the skill. Gonna go and give Cyber Dragon some attack. Kind of awkward, but we can then go, apply the effect, returning to our deck. Let's go for the Cyber Assault Dragon, why not? Getting a copy of Fusion. And now, we could go for Cyber and Dragon. You very rarely summon it. But here, we're going to go for our brand new Chronicle card version of Cyber Twin Dragon. Now, do I need to actually go into this Cyber Assault Dragon in my hand? So I'm going to go and set the Aim Eagle and just leave it at that, right? We'll attack in for 1, attack with the Cyber Dragon, and then go in for 28 with Cyber Twin Dragon. Because if he does go for Galactic Oblivion next turn, then this is going to be very useful. Now, I believe Secret Order does give his Galactic Oblivion 700 tap points, so he can clear the Cyber Twin Dragon, but can you clear both of them? Going for the Etherii, which is going to buff up the Transam line to 26. Okay, that clears Cyber Dragon. Strange Traveler makes my Cyber Twin weaker. Have you now got Oblivion as well? That'd be massive. No, you don't. Okay, so you're getting a 2-body clear, that's fine. I think, depending on our draws, we've won this turn, which are hopefully, fingers crossed, we see. Not that. Yeah, not that. We can go, though, for Proto. So we can go Cyber Dragon, make you buff you up, apply the effect, return back a Cyber Dragon, in for a Proto Cyber Dragon from our graveyard. Why not? We'll go for the Prismatic one. We'll then summon the Proto. There's no point going for the... we can go for Assault, right? Because it's bigger attack stat, right? Why not? We'll summon the Assault Dragon. Doesn't gain any cool buffs, right? We'll keep the Cyber Dragon half next turn. And not going to win on this turn, right? Because that's 15. No, we will. Okay, that's fine. Right, 15, and then 12. That is game 1 done. On to game number 2. And we've got a Yumu. Okay, will you be playing Archive skill, or are you... No, okay, Archive, so it could be Heroes, could be Cyber Dragon. Going first, please don't show me a full hand of unplayable cards. It's... Okay, it's better than nothing, right? It's not, this isn't awful, right? Because you'd rather see those Cyber Dragons on turn 2 onwards, so this is fine. If you hit the fusion, that's okay, we can recur it, or there's 1 more on the deck, that's fine. They could, right now, go for an Ancient Gear Golem, which would be pretty devastating. It is Cyber Dragon Mirror Match, okay. So we can see how Cyber Dragon does, going second Barrage Steel, go on, hit it. 100% no, going for the fusion. Okay, fair enough, that's a solid card hit in this deck. In for Proto, meaning you can play the skill, summon your own Cyber Twin Dragon, or you can go for Cyber End Dragon. How is it that people can open this going... I know I had it last game, right, I think, but yeah, that is, that's pretty wild. Going to be having 4,000 tap point body coming down towards us, unless they do go for the Twin Dragon, which I think you should do, right? It clears more of the board and puts damage pressure on me. Right, but Cyber End Dragon is bigger, and it's harder to deal with, and you don't summon it often, so I can see it going either way. Sometimes you summon Cyber End Dragon, and you're just staring at it because you can't out it. So, going for the Cyber End Dragon, very, very nice. Of course, our Buffered Slime does nothing, deals piercing. We've now got to find an answer on this turn, right? To 4,000 damage, we've got to find it. Fingers crossed, and we have found it. Okay, so Assault Dragon is 8 or lower, so this does nothing, right? Now we've got to get bodies in the graveyard, so we've got to do a lot of summoning here. So we need... That's enough, right? We go for Cyber Dragon, right? That's 1. We can then play the skill and go and return Cyber Assault Dragon to our deck and go and grab a Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll get the Prismatic one, why not? We'll summon the Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll summon the Cyber Dragon on top of it. We'll then go for the Cyber Assault Dragon just to kind of make things even better. We're going to keep the Cyber Dragon in the graveyard though for a bit of a pop next turn. We can then go for the Titanic Seal Array, returning 1, 2, 3. We can't because we had 4 materials in the graveyard. Exactly enough. Good job we did that move. Right, good job we did that. Weakening down the Cyber End Dragon. Go into combat. Swing in. 24. 26. Okay. Okay. Now, they didn't have to play the skill last round, did they? They just hard opened. No, they did. Okay. Okay, fine. So, they can't use the Fusion Recovery anymore, which some people play 1 Fusion. So we might be in the clear for having no Cyber End Dragons coming down, or Cyber Twins, but some people like me play 2, but we'll see. Going for the Worker Warrior New Recruit, okay. I would imagine coming down... Oh no! You've got a hard summon whatever you're going for. Right, so you would go weaken one of my guys, you then play the... Do you have a Cyber Dragon? You do, right? So you can go for Cyber Assault Dragon, and then I guess you could bounce it back if you want to, or destroy it. So that would work out, but might be going for... I don't know what else you could be going for right here. Going for Cyber Surge Dragon, okay. So that will bring back a Cyber Dragon. You can then play the skill to buff up by 400, so you can now clear. So that is a bit annoying. We are going to turn off our toggle because we just want to take damage here, right? But we're both kind of in that spot where, depending on this draw, is going to decide the entire game. And we've used a lot of our Cyber Dragon cards, right? 2 of our bosses are in the graveyard. If we see now an Ancient Gear Golem, that'd be cool. Or anything, really. Or anything. We've got... Okay, that is going to actually work out. So let's go Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll go Cyber Assault Dragon. Summon you. We can then play the effect of Assault Dragon to go and return our Cyber Dragon, top of the deck, to go and destroy the Cyber Search Dragon. That's neat. We'll then play the Aven Wolf. We'll go and set down the gate attack. We'll go and get a bit of a buff from our skill. Give us some more attack points. That's fine. We're not going to play... Oh, actually, no, we used the effect to give... yeah, we got Proto, so we can't use that now. So let's just go to combat, swing in for 8, swing in for 3, and fingers crossed that we can survive on Negate Attack and Buffered Slime. Now, they haven't actually used, what, 1? They've only used 1 copy of Barrage Steel. So, you've got 2 more, right, in your arsenal. Now, setting before you summon is not a great sign. Going for the Aim Eagle, which means you can bring out a very, very big Cyber Assault Dragon. Right, this is very funny. It does then turn off the skill, which is kind of annoying. But let's see. Barrage of Steel. You've got nothing. And of course, hidden negate attack, that's okay. But you can't do anything else. So, we win. Right, unless, again, the back row is their own negate attack. But I believe they've used that, right? I think. Did we see that, or did we not? We haven't. So, thank goodness, we've got our own... Oh, 3 Cyber Dragon. If we had Poly, that'd be insane. But of course, it is not in Rush at the moment. He's at the back row, it is a Buffered Slime. Okay, we can then go... Let's go Aven Wolf. Let's summon the Cyber Dragon. Why not? We'll go and set this. I guess we'll just... I mean, we've won, right? We've won, so it doesn't matter. But let's go and buff up, right? Not going to play the effect. Go combat, swing in for 11, then go and swing in for 19. On to game number 3. So far, so good. And we've got another Udius. Okay, I imagine everyone playing Archive skills on them to level him up. It is again an Archive skill. Going first again. You don't want to see it, but they're Gold 5 on a rank up, which means it's their COG rank up, which hopefully we can shut them down on. Ooh, Oh, Ancient Gear Golem on turn 1. That is really big. So we are going to go and set Ancient Gear Golem because it does kind of force them to play into it in a way to kind of see what it is. So we're going to set that. They can't beat over Ancient Gear Golem with their Cyber Twin Dragon, right? Any of their summons can't get over it. It's a really good card to see going first. Surprisingly good if you can summon it. But it is, of course, going to be a mirror match of Cyber Dragon again. Kind of annoying. You know, I wanted to see more heroes, more variety of decks in this rank up in this King Games climb, but going for the Cyber Dragon, which I guess you drew off the top in for Assault Dragon. Now, this only targets face up, but he's going to go for the attack in. Why not, right? You know, you aren't going to clear the whole board. You're taking 100, but we now know we're guaranteeing a clear of that Cyber Assault Dragon, which is really, really big. So, ooh, okay, we can actually do some really big things here. So, let's go Assault Cannon and the Proto. We'll then go Assault Cannon to go and reduce down the Avent Wolf. Right, it doesn't really matter what we do here, right? Let's summon the Cyber Assault Dragon. We aren't going to get the full effect off, which is kind of... Oh, we could do... Oh, we can't. Okay, no, we can't. I thought we could for a second, but we can't. If we had a Cyber Dragon on Graveyard, that would have been insane. But no, we can still get the attack point buff up, though, which is obviously really, really nice. Now, let's just go and swing in. 3,000, in for 29, and of course, in for the 15. In a very, very solid spot. Of course, back removal for next turn is great. He can go for an Assault Dragon of his own, go and pop the Ancient Gear Golem, and attack him with Assault Dragon, and clear our board, right? Because he has got Cyber Dragon in Graveyard, so seeing that Assault Dragon plus a Proto is going to guarantee him a clear of our cards, but it's not the end of the world. At the moment, at least. Going for the Crafter Drone, discarding 1 to draw 1 is definitely thinking, and you have got to kind of think about the combos with this deck, because you've got 3 or so different cards that will discard, plus a skill, so sometimes you can sit and go, okay, I've got this big board planned out, Cyber Twin Dragon, Cyber Assault Dragon, and then you kind of start doing it, and then it doesn't work out because you're 1 card short in your hand. So we'll see where things go, but for the moment, he's definitely struggling to kind of come up with a game plan. Definitely struggling. Come on, dude. Oh, you pulled out the Ethernet cord. You turned your phone off. You disconnected from McDonald's Wi-Fi. I mean, if that's what we got to do to kind of save face, then fair enough, but you could have just taken the beating. You could have just taken it. And there we go. A free win, I guess, onto game number 4. And now, the Passionate D from the UK. It is a British mirror match, potentially, right? Udius vs Udius. Archive versus Archive. Okay. Will it be Cyber Dragon again? Will I ever get a chance to go second with Cyber Dragon? You don't want to see going first. Okay, hand-wise, it's like, it's again, not... It's certainly hand, right? It's certainly hand. So let's go and set the Proto. I'm going to set Buffer, Fusion, Barrage, and Buffered. Just in case next turn we draw high levels. Cyber Entry can do things, but only when our graveyard is 3 or more lights, and we don't have that. But he has got a very, very big field, which we are going to let those attacks go through. It's not much more damage that we're losing, but it does put us at really, really low, which is not great. And there is a fucking awful hand. Okay. Worker Warrior, come forth. We'll then play Barrage of Steel, go in and pop out one of these back rows. Sure, why not? We can then go and... Okay, we hit the widespread, that's great. We can then go and swing into this, and... That's dreadful. Of course, like, this is what I'm saying, right? Like this, you have to play these cards, right? And you can just get hands like this, Barrage of Steel, of course. Hitting the one card we just set. No! Going for the Fusion. There might be a chance. We've just got to see a tribute, right? We've got to see either a Proto Summon, or we've got to see a Cyber Dragon next turn, right? To have any chance of staying in the game. It's a little bit rough. It's a bit rough. But if he had more than one of his barrages, he would have played it. But I'm very confused of why you wouldn't go for the new set when you attacked in fine last turn. You could be throwing, you could be giving me the game, but going for the Cyber Assault Dragon, 2 big bodies on board. Are you going for the third one? You've got the Wolf. Okay, fair enough. Any back row as well? Hopefully not. Because we know... Okay, that could be... it could be the Buffered Slime, right? It could be that one. We have got Buffered Slime as well. So, I am going to here hit you with the negate attack. I do care about the board presence more than the damage at the moment. I guess, oh no, I guess he did that. He did know last time I had the buffered slime, right? Because I kind of triggered it the first time. Oh, okay. So, let's go for Bold Tricorn. We can then go for the Cyber Search Dragon. Now, we aren't going to be able to do an incredible amount, right? We can go combination, right? Play this. We can then play the skill and go and get rid of our Cyber Entry to get out a Proto Cyber Dragon. I'm going to go for the one in our graveyard because I kind of want to keep the ones in deck where they are. So we'll go Proto Cyber Dragon. We'll go into the Cyber Assault Dragon. But we can't clear the board entirely, which is a little bit annoying. Swinging with this, 29, 24 into this, and then we have got to trade with the Wolf. But that's okay, right? He's on double our life. We've got the Buffered Slime face down. 5 more cards to see back removal. That's all it could be, right? If you've got, Cyber Twin Dragon access, which there's a Proto. If you've got access to the Assault Dragon, then that's more damage come my way, right? Because you can go and use the effect to bring it back, to go and bounce one of these cards back to destroy that card. Okay. We've attempted it. Right? We've attempted to survive. Unfortunately, it's not really worked out. I think at this point, the only chance we have is like Cyber Dragon, Proto, and that gives us access to Cyber End Dragon. Right? Because that's in there. That's in safe from the Assault Dragon. Cyber Entry does lock him into attacking with only lights. Does give him another body. Assault Cannon. Okay, you can't make Cyber... Okay, if you can make Cyber End, that'd be really annoying. But you can't. Talismanic, he's going to try and go for lethal. Fair enough. Fair enough. Will you return back to Cyber Dragon? You don't... You do? Okay. Because if that Assault Dragon survived a turn, then you would have had more, potential there. But no. Sending a card in the back row and a second... And then going for the attack when buff as well. Fair enough. He's going to swing in. That would be exact lethal if we didn't have the buffered slime milling the Cyber Dragon. I swear, if we see 2 Protos, right, and no third Cyber Dragon, that works. That actually works. We can go Special Cyber Dragon. Oh is it the situation where I'm missing a card, right? No, I'm not, okay. So, Cyber Entry to bring back or normal Cyber Dragon. We play the Aim Eagle, sorry. We summon the Cyber Dragon. There's our 3 Cyber Dragons. We then play the skill. Activate the skill. Go and select this card, doesn't matter. Apply the effect. Returning this back to grab a Polymerization Infusion from our deck. Now, probably should have gone for one in the graveyard, right, in case we do survive the turn, but we're probably not. In for Cyber End Dragon. Now, the only way I believe he outs this is with Tribute to the Doomed or with Talismanic Seal Array. This thing's graveyard. So, but also he's got a card that can be activated there, which I'm not sure what it could be. On attack, right? Trap on attack that can be activated. It's not Buffered Slime, because that's 8 or lowers. Little bit worried there. I do think that it is going to be over for us with this one. We tried our best, right? You saw how the deck works. Going for a Proto as well. Now. Oh. This could be a problem. Cyber End beating a Cyber End Dragon. I mean, that's one way to do it. That's one way to have a duel. Okay. I mean, okay, we're going to take 300 damage. I'm just, I think, do we have in our... We have got Talismanic Steel. And there is a Worker Warrior. But no, he's got the whole shebang, right? He's got all of it. It doesn't matter. He had it all. What a good duel. Despite him being, in a way stronger position, that was a really, really fun duel. I'm going to give that one a nice, because that was really fun. But we are going to go for one more. Right, we'll do 5. Right, we'll see what would have happened if we would have won that game. Right, if we'd have won it, this could have been our King of Games rank up, right? And we'll see if the universe would have favoured me or not. Will it give me a going second turn, or will it not? Next, Gold rank 5. He's been cog every season. I think I missed out on last season because I just didn't play. Udius versus Udius. Will it be Cyber Dragon? It's looking likely. We're going second. That's a positive. That's a positive. He's got an extra deck. It's 5 cards, which to me means Cyber Dragon, but we have got Ancient Gear Golem as well. So we can see that trap turning off, piercing damage, setting a body, and if we see another tribute, we can get both that and Cyber Dragon out on turn 1. Okay, come on, show me. Show me. Worker Warrior. Incredible, there we go. Cyber Dragon, come forth. Going to play Worker Warrior, new recruit. We could go for Cyber Twin Dragon. We could do, but we're not. We're just going to go for the Ancient Gear Golem. Going to be dealing a ton of piercing battle damage straight in to a crafted drone, attacking in. There is a negate attack or something, right? It could be negate attack, it could be... Oh, it's not going to be the widespread, right? Because that would have popped the Ancient Gear Golem, that would have been a good thing to do now. So it could be the Buffered Slime as well. This is the thing, right? So if we won that game, if that Cyber Dragon was clutch enough, this could have been it. But also here, he could go and summon a Cyber Dragon on us, which does feel like it's coming down, right? It does feel like Cyber Dragon is coming down. We'll see what you add, right? Do you add the Fusion or do you add the Cyber Proto Dragon back to your hand? That is the question. Adding the Fusion. Okay. So yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, just scooping. Okay. It would have been game. It would have been King of Games if we'd won that match. That was a lot of Cyber Dragon, right? There's a skill for Udius, set Sparks, that's fantastic. That was a lot of Cyber Dragon players in Duel Links, but that's what you're going to be facing on ladder at the moment in gold and in silver and probably into King of Games, right? It is going to be a lot of Cyber Dragon because the structure deck and the box is a great 1-2 combo for getting speed players into rush duels and new players in, and this is the list we're running. It is very straightforward. We're playing Ancient Gear Golem, 2 of the Assault Dragon, 1 of the Search Dragon, 3 Cyber Dragon. Like, this starting lineup here is kind of why the deck is so awkward going first, because if you see these, you can't play them. If you see these, then you still can't play them. I'm not playing the Crafter Drone because I do want the entry to be live as soon as possible, and that's why we're not playing it. But I have seen people kind of go, you know what, 2 entry, 1 fusion. But I prefer having 2 fusion, 1 entry, it just works out a bit better for me, and I'm confident now this will get Cog. We've seen so many lists on Duel Links Meta already, and in game, getting Cog, it's a good deck, but one that is like very good at kind of butting up to some of the limits Rushdoll has in terms of the gameplay. But overall, very fun deck. Next video probably is going to be on one of the older 7s decks, right? So either probably 7's Road or Dragius. We'll then go on to something else after that. I'm still working my way through the box for the Galaxy stuff, so that's going to take a while. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on next week's video. Adios.